Johnny, come on.
I know where she is. That's enough!
And say here? No. If you ask for more. Lesson. Forget.
She should be learning.
Good egg.
On our own 2 feet. And in the end,
I'm gonna cry.
okay.
Oh, Robbie, you have great futures ahead of you. Both. Hey, easy with the waterworks.
It smells like shit.
Like I've been saying, the tournament will.
What, though? He began training you the day I was blinded by the promise of bringing grandfather. I would say yes.
All seniors are invited.
Worried because at least 3 of them are close to Stan.
Oh, yes, my friend, they are. No. Eli and I have had our sights set.
Hey, fam.
But, thank you.
Mom and Pop's wallet. The Johnny Lawrence puppet?
Unless I can find us some
All my shows. Maybe take shows.
PB and J's for the road. You need anything?
Like you. But the time of Sekai Taikai.
Daughter went to America. It is all. None sap. Fool.
No one will stand in our way.
Never good. Give you chance.
It's in the San Fernando Valley.
What are we doing here?
Got it! Fire.
What's up, guys?
Kyle, are you good?
When you... you know? Hey, let's both go here.
We hanging out?
Men. What am I leading? Mr. John Lawrence.
Taguchi, yeah?
Business. Well, that sounds...
Let everyone know who's the new king of the neighborhood.
Yeah, prepared to offer 200...
Into forest and take 1,000 men before I lose more than just Unjang.
I can't believe Brooks got it.
Leg with one eye. Even after everything.
Oh.
That shit is still.
And the happy Jews.
Hey, don't go anywhere. Hold up.
I'm seriously considering a new haircut.
I like breathing exercises, karate yoga. Man, this place is even better.
Not in South Reseda.
If you gentlemen will excuse me. I hope Baz didn't scare you off. Unless you do. So what's it all Valley?
Mom, I know I may not be the ideal
Wealthy relative who died.
man.
John Lawrence!
You're all messed up, Johnny. Never did was be your friend. But I'm not yours.
I think you're misguided.
I don't care.
You are the old.
And understand.
Yes.
What you get on your SATs? Some T's?
Load it up.
There's a post shit with a funny hat.
I got it.
The truth.
Tell you what to do. Just come play to get loud. I'm a woman, not here to mess around, not here to bargain. That's the plan. The kicks, skills, spilling the rainbow, low rump. Who makes the rules I can? Crank it up. Get up, crank up the volume.
The second episode of Cobra Kai Season 6 examines the villain's self-promotion. After just breaking out of jail, Martin Koef's character, John Kreese, is out for blood. After participating in the Korean War, young Kreese, Barrett Carnahan and Terry Silver, Nick Marini are shown in a flashback as they prepare to return to the United States. They are keeping an eye on a group of karate pupils who are being taught by an elderly sensei, Master Kim Sun-young, CS. Lee, in the jungle. Sarah Ann, a little child, waves back to Kreese before being summoned over by the sensei. After Kim Sun-young strikes the girl for interfering with the session, Kreese intervenes and tells him that the youngster needs to be taught how to fight. When Kreese kicks the sensei, Kim Sun-young keeps beating her up until he realizes she's a child who should be trained. In the current day, the little girl is revealed to be Kim Dae-yoon, Alicia Hannah Kim, the granddaughter of Kim Sun-young. After not seeing Kreese while she was in the United States instructing Silver's group of Cobra Kai trainees, she is glad to be back with him. She acknowledges that she was deceived by her grandfather's karate and that she was unaware of Silver's evil intentions. In order to achieve her objective, Kreese proposes that they collaborate to compete in the Sekai Taikai. She informs Kreese, however, that her grandfather, who is still alive, will decide. The scene transitions to Robbie Keane, Tanner Buchanan, Rosa Diaz, Rose Bianco, Carmen Diaz, Vanessa Rubio, and Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka at their apartment, listening to Miguel Diaz. Xolo Mariduena read his Stanford University acceptance letter. Following his triumphant labor, a sewage line bursts into their apartment, causing the living room to get covered in spray. When Johnny attempts to contact for a repairman, they inform him that it would take some time. Carmen notes that their apartment is growing crowded these days and expresses concern about their financial situation, particularly in light of Miguel's Stanford application. Miguel overhears their chat as Johnny attempts to comfort her that after Miyagi-Do participates in the Sekai Taikai, their financial problems would go away. Miguel subsequently finds himself looking at university possibilities alongside Eli, Hawk, Moskowitz, Jacob Bertrand and Dimitri Alexopoulos, Gianni DiCenzo. Miguel is intrigued when a recruiter from a neighboring college, Chase Steven Anderson, entices the boys by claiming that attending a smaller school closer to home is a more cheaper choice. When the Diaz family sleeps at Daniel LaRusso's, Ralph Macchio apartment while repairs are being made, Johnny shows up and requests an air mattress. When Johnny starts thinking about hiring a larger space, Chosen Toguchi, Yuji Okamoto interrupts and tells him it's not a good idea. Daniel advises that Chosen assist Johnny in finding a new apartment, since he considers himself an expert in real estate after watching series like Property Brothers and Selling Sunset. In her rejoinder, Amanda LaRusso, Courtney Henkeler implies that Chosen is staying too long at their house and that he should get a home of his own. Returning to Master Kim Sun-young, he claims that Kim Dae-yoon's refusal to die is due to his incapacity. Kreese uses the example of one of his students defeating 5 of Kim Sun-young's students to try to persuade him to allow Cobra Kai to compete in the Sekai Taikai. Upon learning this, he chooses to give Kreese a chance and sent him to search a remote forest for a knife that Kim Sun-young misplaced during his childhood. Kreese discovers the knife's hiding place in a cave and discovers a white cobra watching over it. As he reaches for it, the snake bites him, and Kreese sees Johnny telling him that he ought to be locked away and a young Terry Silver teasing him. After favoring him for years, Kreese believes that Johnny is the one holding him back. As a result, during this delusion, he attacks Johnny and breaks his neck. Miguel takes Dimitri and Eli on a campus tour after reading about the local college, when they run across Joe Sio's Kyler Park and Bo Mitchell's Brooks. Brooks is a guest from MIT, but Kyler is a student there. As a freshman, Kyler is being hazed at a fraternity party where they bring the high school students. Kyler is being bullied by Zenka, Christian Carlson, who admits that he will never be allowed to join the fraternity. A brawl breaks out between Miguel, Eli, Dimitri, Hawks, and other fraternity members after Kyler spills a beer on Zenka's head. After they succeed, Kyler, Brooks, and the Miyagi-Do students celebrate in an arcade close to school. Eli and Dimitri wonder how Brooks attended Midwest Industrial Training rather than the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, given that he put bullying over academics in high school. In an honest conversation, Kyler informs Miguel that he wishes he had followed through on his ambitions as it would have allowed him to attend a higher university. This provides Miguel the motivation he needs to pursue his dreams. Chosen poses as Johnny's real estate agent during an open house, but Johnny speaks candidly and shows how much he wants the property for his family. After noticing the Eagle Fang karate van that Johnny drives around in, the listing agent Baz, Nick Jandal labels Johnny as unstable. As they leave, Chosen informs Johnny that he isn't acting in accordance with Miyagi-Do principles since he continues to act impulsively and seeks conflict. Upon noticing that Baz is the listing agent for a different home, they learn that he will never allow Johnny to rent any of his many houses in the valley. Johnny clenches his fist, but he takes a minute to let it go after recalling Chosen's words. The establishment's proprietor, Stevie, Adam Hirschman, knows Johnny from their early years and is eager to assist him, so long as he can show evidence of a consistent source of income. Johnny visits the LaRusso Auto Group and requests that Daniel pay him the same amount for his instruction at Miyagi-Do as he did for Chosen. Daniel concurs, but reveals that since he doesn't charge the pupils, none of them are getting paid. Johnny can't wait that long, so Daniel advises he get a regular day job. Daniel hopes to change that if they win the Sekai Taikai. The following day, Johnny shows up at the LaRusso Auto Group wearing a suit and tie, assuming Daniel has extended an employment offer to him. Daniel is in his office talking to Amanda about what kind of part to offer Johnny when they learn that Johnny has sold a vehicle. The client commends Johnny for his sales approach and promises to refer additional customers to him, which leads Daniel and Amanda to formally hire Johnny. At the very end of the show, Kreese comes back to Kim Dae-yoon and Kim Sun-young carrying the knife and the cobra's head that was protecting it. This is sufficient to persuade Kim Sun-young that Kreese is prepared to take the reins once more and promises that nothing will go in the way of Cobra Kai.